I get started with just what's it like being here at Upper Montclair Country Club? How does the game feel? Having the week off since JM Eagle.
Yeah, I didn't play Jam Eagle.
All right.
Yeah, you're good. So I had 2 weeks off, which was really nice. Yeah, I just got here on Saturday, so I played Sunday, played early morning on Monday, and then played yesterday. The golf course is really nice. Obviously, with the weather that they've had, it's a little bit more wet compared to last year. Last year was my first year playing, and it was super firm, so a little different from last year. So I think you can be a little bit more aggressive this year, but my track record isn't great in New Jersey, so I'm hoping to change that this year.
And then, want to just kind of talk about your AJGA event, the Nelly. Just what was that like? And going from player to put on your tournament hosting hat.
Yeah, that was such a neat experience. Obviously, I feel like just yesterday I was playing AJGAs. I was playing in the Annika Invitational, having her out, and seeing someone that has done so much for the game. It was very inspirational. So it was great to see all the girls out, all my sponsors supporting the event, which was absolutely amazing. And I hope they had fun at the golf course. I was very grateful that Concession hosted it and that they were very gracious to give us the golf course for the few days.
Absolutely. And then last one, have to talk about the Met. What was that experience like? How'd that come together? And, who was your favorite, outfit, or, you were a little starstruck by it?
Gosh, it was so crazy. I mean, you're standing in a line ready to get on the carpet, and you're like seeing all these people you usually watch in like TV shows and movies, or they're like famous like singers, and you're just like starstruck the entire time. Like it's the best people watching. For me, I was just like silent, just looking at everyone's dresses. I mean, I would say, like, I saw Shakira, and I love Shakira. She's so beautiful. And then Jaden Smith was really, really nice. He was actually the first person to actually say hello to me and introduce himself. So everyone was really amazing there. I can't just point out one person. I mean, the dresses were unbelievable, and the whole evening was just a dream come true.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead and open it up. Like I said, we'll start with those in the media center here and then move on to the Zoom. So if anyone's got a mic, go ahead and ask your questions. Sarah, go ahead.
We know you have a really good fashion eye to be in that kind of a setting, wearing Oscar de la Renta. I mean, could you put into words how cool it was for you with that kind of hobby to be in that kind of environment?
Yeah, it was just a dream come true. I got a couple of dresses to try on from Oscar de la Renta, and they were all so stunning. It was so hard to decide, and I actually switched up last minute, probably like 20 minutes before I started to get ready, and I had to completely change my entire look. I was going to go with like a long sleeve gown, so I was gonna have my hair up, and then I saw this the amazing red dress, and I just changed my entire look like probably 20 minutes before I started to get ready. So I switched it up on everyone, and it's just, I mean, this is me. Like this is me with visor on, wearing golf clothes. Like this is my comfort zone, but it was really, really neat to kind of step outside of my comfort zone and do something like that. And that was my first time ever walking a red carpet, and kind of went out with a bang. I think it's just downhill from here. But it was such a neat experience, and I'm just so grateful that I had the opportunity to do that.
I know you keep things on the golf course as far as your accomplishments go, kind of outside your bubble, but I mean, to have an AJGA event that you have really, I know, embraced and being the host of that, to going to the Met Gala, have you let yourself soak in those achievements off the golf course a little bit and maybe think about them a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of like looking through the photos of just my past week, and it was amazing having, my junior am and supporting Satchels, that's a local shelter in my area, and then coming out and also having the Boys and Girls Club and spending time with all the people that did donate to all those charities was a lot of fun. And then seeing all the girls kind of embrace the event and trying to make it as fun as possible for them too was really fun. And then I got to do something completely different, also get a spray tan probably for the first time ever. I couldn't show everyone my lovely permanent sock tan, which is just doing something outside my comfort zone is definitely really cool. And I thought, I would never, ever think that I would ever be able to attend the Met Gala. As a girl, I watched it growing up and just in awe of all the dresses, and to be on the red carpet, or the green carpet was a dream come true. Yeah.
All right, we'll go back here to Coley and then up to Tom.
Coley Harvey, ESPN.
Hi.
Congrats on that honor, by the way.
Thank you.
The Met Gala. In terms of the golf, you've mentioned in the last couple of weeks that just to kind of keep yourself locked in, you want to keep the golf simple. What does that look like for you?
Well, there's two sides to it. Obviously, when I'm home, I'm definitely practicing a lot more and trying to work on technique. But when I'm out here, the way I keep it simple is by not overdoing it too much. Going out, seeing the golf course, doing my work with my caddy, picking a game plan, and then that's it. I think in the past, I've gotten too caught up in coming out here and thinking I need to do a little extra when I've already done my work going into this event, and it's time to just see my shots and execute them, and that's how I've tried to simplify it.
Tom?
Oh, when the Met Gala, I mean, was that something that had been on your radar for a while, or was that just something, a last-minute invitation, or?
No, it was more of like a spur of the moment for sure, yeah. I got the invite, and then obviously I could never say no to that. I mean, it was a dream come true, so I'm very grateful to Casey Wasserman for inviting me, and it was just a dream come true, yeah.
Was that an unexpected bonus of winning 5 in a row?
For sure, yeah. As I said, I never thought I would be able to walk the red carpet there, so I feel like I lived out a little girl dream of mine.
And the final question I had is, with 2 weeks off, I mean, do you sit down and just relax? I mean, I heard you worked on your game, but what else are you doing just to get away from everything?
No, I definitely spent a good bit of time with my couch. The first couple days, turned on the TV. It was more about sleep the first couple of days. I mean, I just felt like I just mentally really needed it. I was just so mentally tired going through all those situations and high pressure moments. And then so that's one of the reasons why I really needed 2 weeks off, because I feel like when you get 1 week, I mean, you kind of, not that you feel guilty to take more days off than you're training, but I just needed to work on my game as well. So the 2 weeks really helped me mentally kind of rest up. And I started kind of training more intensely training the second week. But I also had the junior event, so I wanted to spend time then, and I had obviously some stuff to do there. So just to kind of spend some time with family, relaxed and trained.
Steve?
I'll apologize for another Met Gala question, but they don't
good.
let us near it either. Just curious that you said you recognize Shakira. Did anyone say, "Hey, there's Nelly Korda"? Were you spotted? Or
No, I think I'm just like such a grain of salt or a grain of sand in such a big room. I thought it was incredible that you get all of these people in one room. I mean, I was just in awe the entire night. I was looking around. Like, I was sitting at my table, but I was looking around at everyone the entire night. And I just thought it was incredible that you get so many people from so many different industries in one room one night.
And just I'm sure you've noticed that women's sports is having a moment with the women's basketball tournament and some of the other achievements lately. I'm curious if you see what's happening with you as an opportunity to make this a moment for women's golf as well. Do you look at it that way?
No, I'm just out here doing what I love, and hopefully that's what grows the game naturally. I'm not trying to push anything. I hope that people see me for who I am and that I love this game and that I'm doing it naturally.
And just to follow up, is there as you have success, is there a responsibility that goes along with that, though? I mean, you're in the biggest media market in the world. Is there somewhere that being on the Met Gala red carpet does help the sport? Do you see it that way, that you can also grow the game through this other stuff?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, hopefully I'm doing it naturally. I mean, at the end of the day, I think if you perform well in your sports, that's what grabs people's attention. So I just hope that I'm not a type of person that tries to push anything or does anything I'm not really too uncomfortable with. So I hope that I just do it naturally, and I see that catches people's attention.
Keely, yeah.
Thank you. In talking about your junior tournament, do you have like a favorite moment from the tournament and like anything that happened that gave you like good energy for your own game?
Yeah, I think during the junior am when I actually had a dog out from Satchel's Yeah, and everyone was like greeting him. He was actually up for adoption. I hope he got adopted. I did volunteer at the shelter slash sanctuary a couple days before that on Monday, and I got to walk him. So he's such a sweet, sweet boy. So seeing everyone interact with him on the first tee was very, very wholesome. So I hope he got adopted. And that always kind of gives me really good energy when I see people. I mean, you're your most genuine self when you see a puppy or like, so that really gave me a lot of positive energy.
And seeing the junior players, like how did their games kind of compare to what you remember from playing junior golf?
Oh gosh, what was crazy to me is there was this one girl that was warming up on the range with a TrackMan, and I was like, I don't remember any of this in junior golf, but they're just like, it's just a different ball game nowadays. I mean, everyone's so invested in it when it just comes from the technology standpoint, to how hard everyone's working and the talent that's out there. It's pretty incredible, and it's amazing to see how dedicated these girls are at a really, really young age as well.
So they're doing more like stat tracking.
I guess so, yeah. I was like, I looked at that TrackMan and I was like, dang, I was like, that was definitely not it when I was playing junior golf. Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
All right, we'll head on over to the Zoom. Beth Ann, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself.
Oh, yep. Hi, Nelly.
Hi.
I was wondering when you came down the stretch of the Chevron, you talked about how nervous you felt, and you hit some incredible shots on the last two holes. What did that tell you about yourself in that moment with so much on the line? Have you been able to reflect a little bit on what you were able to do?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I'm so grateful for Jason. After I hit it into the water, coming down the stretch, he gave me a pep talk, and he made sure that I stayed really in the moment, that I was taking it shot by shot, and having a teammate like him just makes me really, really grateful for him. And other than that, like, I've been in situations where I've needed to play well coming down the stretch to keep a lead, or to maybe push to get into a tie for a lead. And I feel like every single time I do learn more about myself, and I can lean on what I've practiced on, and I can lean on, the situations that I've been through to help me through that, and to really take it a shot at a time, because getting ahead of yourself is just going to lead you down a bad rabbit hole. So we really made sure that we were very, very present coming down the stretch. And even if I had a 5-shot lead, I was still going to be very, very nervous. And to be very present during that time really helped me to kind of soak in the entire moment as well.
And one more, if I may. We talked a lot about rest and recovery in Houston. How much did you sleep when you got home? What would an average night's sleep be like for you, and as you're recovering from that stretch?
Well, the first night, Sunday, I really didn't sleep much at all. I was just like, the adrenaline, you actually feel really sick. Like you can't sleep. The adrenaline kind of wears off. Like your body starts to ache a little. You're like, okay. And then my first couple nights at home, I mean, I slept like 9 to 10 hours. Like that's actually standard for me when I'm home. I really try to sleep a lot because I am doing more. I'm training as well in the gym, so I'm trying to make my body recover. So I think, the best recovery is sleep. So I, naps, and I don't love to nap because I feel like when I wake up, I don't know where I am, what hotel or where I am. So I just make sure that I go to sleep early and try to get the best amount of rest in.
Thank you.
Kent, go ahead.
Hey, Nelly, you've had a couple weeks here to sleep on the possibility of winning 6 in a row the first time on tour. Have you thought about that at all, and what will it take to get to 6 in a row here?
If I'm being honest, I have not thought about it at all, just because I've had so much go on those 2 weeks. And then obviously Monday I had the Met. So haven't had too much time to think about it. My track record hasn't been the greatest in New Jersey. Last year I missed the cut here, and then obviously we played KPMG here last year too, and that was a nice missed cut as well. So I'm really just trying to keep it one shot at a time, see how it goes. This golf course is tough. I mean, it's very, very narrow off the tee. The rough is very penalizing. And it's wet this year, so it's even worse. So just not getting too ahead of myself and taking it a shot at a time. As boring as it sounds, or as many times as you guys are going to hear me say it, that is the motto, and I'm going to stick to it.
Thanks, Nelly.
Thanks.
Just one last one from me before we wrap. We're here at the Founders Cup. We're celebrating Pat Bradley, Beth Daniel. What have those two and the founders and just anyone that's kind of carried this legacy of women's golf meant to you, and how do you kind of hope to carry on that torch?
Yeah, they're such amazing people. I got to see them yesterday. We actually had a Solheim Cup dinner, and they walked into the room, and even Meg Mallon was there, and they're just so positive and so fun to talk to. And I just hope that, when I'm in their position, girls my age will think that about me too. So they're amazing ambassadors for the game, and I always love spending time with them. So it's going to be a big week for them, and I'm excited for them.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nelly.
Thank you. Thank you. There's a duck.
How much do you think the gown cost?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Right here, this is Coley. Hi. Chat with you.